What a challenging gospel. Do you find it puzzling? Its tone doesn't seem to match the Jesus that we know. Here we have a foreign woman, a Canaanite woman, a non-Jew. She's begging for help. Her daughter is possessed by a demon, tormented. She's come a long way. She says, "Help me, Lord." And Jesus says these words, "It's not right to throw food of the children to the dogs." Wow. Jesus' words are demeaning, they're derogatory, and they're cutting. He's pushing her away. He seems to mock and reject this lady who is emotionally suffering because her daughter is suffering terribly. If we find Jesus' words shocking, we should, because this isn't the Jesus we have come to know and to love. It feels completely out of sync with the compassion that Jesus always shows. Now, amazingly, the woman accepts this insult and this rejection. She doesn't cower away, but she is persistent and says, "Just give me any little scrap from the table. Any little bit you can do to bring some comfort, some peace, some healing for my daughter. I will take that gladly." She prays to Jesus that he might make a difference. Jesus grants her request and heals her daughter. It is a difficult gospel, but Jesus has another point to make in this gospel. This confrontation is a teaching moment for his disciples, because remember, they were first in wanting to send this woman away. Send her away, she's pestering us. The disciples didn't want any part of her. So Jesus is taking those men that he was forming and giving them a different direction. We are a missionary church. We are a church that evangelizes. We are a church that has a loving, healing message for all in the world. The church reaches out to all cultures, all religions, all races, all genders. There's a deep yearning for God within every person, and we can channel that so we are open to the path of God. Yes, we have to take people where they are, but we don't have to leave them that way. And Jesus never did. So from Matthew's gospel today, we clearly see that the mission of the church is to be Catholic, to be truly universal. The church will never rest until the gospel reaches every heart, every soul, every life. You and I are a part of the mission to proclaim the faith. Pope Pius XII said many years ago, by baptism, we don't simply belong to the church, we are the church. We have this responsibility. In fact, you can more easily go to places, the disciples can more easily go to places where priests and deacons can't go. Daily you speak with people. You encounter people who may never see the inside of a Catholic church. You might be the only person to share the experience of Catholic life to someone. Realize each of us is here because some human being cared enough to share their faith with us. Can we do the same? In this gospel, the Lord calls each of us to not only embrace the gospel, but also to give it away. Some small scrap from your faith, some small word about your faith might make the whole difference to someone who is searching for God or seeking healing or in need of comfort. And this sharing is contagious. The more we share Christ with others, guess what? The deeper His life grows in us. This gospel passage that is confusing ends happily. The Canaanite woman's daughter is healed. Jesus' message makes her happy. We learn the value of being persistent from her, persistent in our prayers. We learn that we are a universal church available to everyone, and that we are a missionary evangelizing people called to share the faith. She teaches us that the Catholic Church is for everyone. It is a pathway to a loving, caring God. Amen.